it got hit in this front corner and destroyed the frame rail.
By the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I murk. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. I'm up in the morning, like 5 in the morning, I'm already on. So when you just getting out of the box, I'm round in the cone.
I have a 2017 Chevy Equinox here. This one we have all pulled apart. It got hit in this front corner and destroyed the frame rail. Folded it up right here and it's folded back here. So this one is gonna get a whole new frame rail, complete assembly. But first, I think this side's pushed over some as well when it got hit that way. So I'm gonna go ahead, I have it up in clamps on the bench. I'm gonna go ahead and do some measurements on it and make some pulls. I wanna square both of these frame rails up before I cut it apart. Once I get them squared and measured out correctly, I'll go ahead and start cutting this frame rail out. So I'm going to go to 5 points in the center section of the car in order to match the measuring system to the car. Then it will know where it's sitting and I can come up to the front and make my measurements on my front frame rails and see how far off they are. So I'm going to go right here. Alright, so now the measuring system is matched to the car and I can come up here to the front and it knows where these are supposed to be. I can make some measurements and find out how far off both of these frame rails are. Alright, so with the measurements, both of these frame rails are over quite a bit, between 30 and 40 millimeters, depending on the points I went to and everything else. So I'm going to make some pulls. I'm going to pull this over and down at the same time, and hopefully it'll move this one with it, and then I'll get them close, and then I might have to tweak them a little more once I whip this bar off individually. But I'm going to try to do the most of my pulling with the bar on there. Then I'm going to do a live pull with this measuring arm. I could sit this on this point right here and it'll stay on there as I pull it. I could watch it move. Well, I got both of these frame rails squared up, measuring out exactly where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start cutting this one off. It goes all the way back through here and goes all the way up underneath there under the driver's seat. So a lot of grinding and drilling to do here. But I'm going to start cutting this frame rail out. Alright, this frame rail is just about cut out. I'm going to put a little downward pressure, not a lot, but a little bit, just to kind of help get the welds to pop loose on this thing. Make sure I'm not missing any of them. So I missed a few welds back there in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wire this frame rail up, just so whenever I cut those last welds, it doesn't just fall on me. So I'm just putting a couple pieces of wire to hold it, then I'm gonna cut those last welds and it should fall right out after that. Just don't want it to fall on me.